Oh my gosh, teachers, we have to talk about these awesome new features that are being dropped with AI, with Canva. A ton of stuff is happening. In this video, we are going to be taking a look at these new features, how I'm using them in my social media marketing class, in all my other classes, and what I'm looking forward to in new features that are going to drop at the beginning of the school year. Let's get into it. Jump on into the screen recording with me, and we're going to be taking a look at a few features. The first one I want to talk about is the new ChatGPT image generation, and it is just, it's chef's kiss, everything. Let's look at it. First of all, let's talk about this picture right here. Whenever this first dropped, I did all the crazy things. We demoed it in my classroom. We did all the funky, weird pictures. And one of my students said, hey, turn yourself into God of War. And it's the same person. Same person? Yeah, okay. But let's talk about how things are actually going to be useful. In my social media marketing class, we've been learning about infographics and how they can make engaging posts that people will look at and interact. A lot of my students have a creative skills barrier. They think that they can't come up with good ideas and then execute them. And I am not an artist. So what I did is I threw into ChatGPT a prompt saying I wanted to create an infographic for 4 ways that I use Screencastify. And if you don't use Screencastify in the classroom, you should. It's awesome because this is how I'm actually recording my screen right now. It's easy, it's simple, any teacher can do it. But anyways, all I did is I typed it into the prompt and I went in and made some adjustments. Now, one of the bad things is that we're teachers. We don't want to pay for anything. So you have to do some changing that goes along. All I did is I threw it into Photoshop because I know how to use Photoshop. And I just went in and I adjusted all of the different icons. So that was the original one that it came out. I prompted a second one that was slightly different, but still not quite. Notice that it was missing the number 2. I wanted to put the number 2 in. Also, that is a female teacher, and I am not a female teacher. I asked it to regenerate a new person that I could go in and add, and these were all of my final outcomes. But it was super simple. It took me like an hour to do this. You can do this in your own classroom. Are you creating steps for teachers to go through and use a specific tool? You can use ChatGPT to create highly good-looking, engaging images that they can use. You can use it for training. Are you having a hard time teaching a complex concept to your students? You can use this image generation to create a simple infographic or a way to illustrate something so that your visual learners can have something to look at while you're talking about it. All of this, I'm overwhelmed. And also, here's me in King of the Hill style. Okay, next features. I don't know how I really feel about Canva. There's lots of things that I think are amazing. And one of the things that I think about that are amazing is that Canva allows those that are not creatively inclined or don't know a lot about design to kind of jump in and do it. So for a teacher who doesn't know how to use Photoshop or doesn't know how to create content, they can use a lot of their free templates. And I think that is awesome. One thing that kind of scares me, especially teaching digital media and social media marketing, is that sometimes I feel like it will be a shortcut around. I still have those feelings, but these new features that they are about to drop here in August, I think are going to be game changing. The first one was Canva AI that they talked about. And a huge part about Canva AI was being able to take content and to scale it for different platforms. For a teacher, that can be a game changer because we have enough time to create a document, but we don't really have enough time to convert it to a slide or convert it to a presentation. So this is going to help us. And what's great about all of these Canva features is that for teachers, for education, they donate a lot of their pro features for teachers. And it's awesome for that. The other thing was this magic charts. And I wish I could get my hands on this. These are going to be spreadsheets that you can create. And for data analyzation, we are going to be able to visualize things more easily than ever before. Instead of trying to fight with Google Sheets or trying to fight with Microsoft Excel, in their demo, it looked seamless. I'm excited about what this will look like. The other feature that they're dropping in Canva is the ability to add multiple sizes to different projects. This is going to be great for when I'm creating and crafting a lesson. I can have a document that is my lesson plan, but then I can have another document underneath it that is an actual worksheet that students are working on. And then underneath that, I can create a template for the presentation where I want them to show the information that they've learned from the worksheet that they're working. This is going to be so cool, and I can't wait to utilize it. Canva, give me the stuff. The last thing that they're talking about is Canva Code. Being able to prompt your way through an app to create just anything you want. In the demo, they talked about how they had a group of people sitting around at a table and they were all creating different apps and then changing them without having to know the specific code syntax, which I teach business and I also teach game programming and web game development. And those two types of people, they're different types of people. And so whenever they try to create apps, they don't think about those same things. Now, a person that has an idea for a business app, they'll be able to actually go through, create the app that they want, have it be specific for their needs. I think this could be really handy for classes that I teach, like entrepreneurship, social media marketing, where they can create some interactive forms and some interactive ideas to help illustrate their product that they're trying to create and the product that they're trying to add. This, again, game changing? Is that the right word? I don't know. These are just some of the cool tech features that I think are going to be awesome in the upcoming year. If you're not using the ChatGPT stuff, why not start now? But I want to know, do you have stuff that you're using in your classroom right now, tech-wise, that you think is just so cool? Let me know how you're using it in the comments. And if you liked this video, then like the video. If you got anything out of it, please subscribe. But this is the Bearded Lobo, and remember, all the things we do on here, everything, it's always about the students.